I want to be the very best no one ever was. Don't worry, you guys will understand that later.
Yeah.
Just watch the movie. Okay, so we just got out of Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
This is the latest video game movie that has hit a theater near you as of this week. And man, I have good news to just get this out of the way now. It's a good video game movie. Put that as number 2 on the list of good video game movies,
Yes.
which, let alone, should maybe make you see it.
Indeed. Yeah.
So, when we get into this movie, I think there's a couple things to consider, as Ransom and I have kind of talked about. So, I think let's start with yours, because yours is kind of like a soft, soft negative.
So mine is, the story is plain and simple, which is
generic.
Yeah, which is nice for a PG movie, a children's movie.
Pokemon movie.
But I think there's enough in this movie, as far as production value, as far as talent on and off the screen, that I think they should have just been bold, confident, and gone for it as far as having more of an emboldened message, because you can definitely pick up on some of the subliminal things that they're putting out, but I think they really should have just taken that to a next level.
Yeah. I mean, then they have this great surprise villain. I won't spoil it for those of you who are going to see the movie, but if you're paying attention, it's not surprising, but it makes sense in a really good way, and you feel like with that kind of a good villain, that's one of the few pretty decent kind of explored movie villains that we have in theaters, you'd think there'd be more to that.
Yeah.
This movie, it does a surprisingly good job about avoiding tropes, right? Yeah. There is one, though, and it still kind of carries this. The main character, played by Justin Smith.
Or Justice Smith.
Justice.
Yeah.
Justice Smith. His portrayal of this character is, let's put it this way, it starts out as a very, I'm apathetic. The world's out against me. I don't like Pokemon. Bleh. For reasons, right? And it's discovered through the course of the first 30 or 40 minutes, but it's all kind of exposition-y until a certain character that's portrayed by Ryan Reynolds comes into the picture. And then things start taking off. His character goes through a trajectory of, I'm not a dick anymore, and that makes his character more appealing. But it starts out on that very, very sour note. So there's a while in this movie that you could be kind of God, I don't really like this guy. He doesn't appreciate the world of Pokemon like I would as a kid. Because, come on, let's face it, the greatest thing about this movie is, the fact that it really respects Pokemon.
It really does.
Yeah. So, let's get into our positives. Ransom.
Yeah.
The world.
So, I have to say, when it comes to these kind of adaptations of, either books or video games, what have you, a lot of, usually when you see a bad one, you can tell that it's just someone trying to make a quick buck.
Cashing it or phoning it in.
Yeah. But with this, you can really tell that the people involved really wanted to make a movie to represent what the video games and the anime give you.
They've been reading their Pokedexes.
Oh, yeah. They've been studying up with Professor Oak.
Fuck yeah.
And you see these Pokemon and humans just kind of interact and live together, which is awesome. The first time you see him go into Rhyme City, you see a Machamp directing traffic with a Snorlax just sitting in the middle of it.
Well, and of course he has 4 arms, so he can direct all lanes of traffic simultaneously. It's crazy.
And you got a Charizard. If you're paying attention like me in the background of stuff, you'll see the details of just a stir frying, with his tail.
Ooh, a Pidgeot, kind of helping a dude up on a crane, dropping something off,
a
parcel delivery. It's awesome.
Yeah, and it's those kind of things where, and even when you look at the plot and the Pokemon involved, I'm not gonna tell you what. You'll even see that they pay attention to the detail of that Pokemon, and they use that very intuitively.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like, there's like an exposition moment where they kind of use Ryan Reynolds' Pikachu character to kind of be the Pokedex for the people that may not know what intrinsic attributes that certain Pokemon has, like exploding, for example, and they become a great source for like jokes. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the detail in this world is incredible, and it also goes into the fact that they carry along a really good story that's portrayed accurately by some characters that do good jobs by themselves, and in particular, there is not enough amount of love I think all fans can give to Ryan Reynolds right now for his portrayal as these characters. He has totally transformed his career in a way like none other. He's sarcastic, sardonic, funny, but it's not Deadpool, but it's the methodology that comes with a character like Deadpool.
What is that?
Silent but deadly. Apologies, my tummy's bad from all the coffee.
Someone a little free form that's like kind of making up a few lines as he goes along, but that also keeps it punchy and fresh, which is perfect for Pikachu's character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he's kind of like a scrappy little electric bug, or rodent, I should say. And it's crazy. Like, the story here really treats these characters with respect. So there's something to be said for the fact that this movie keeps a tight pace and plot development. Yeah. It's simple, sure, but that doesn't mean that it's not good.
Yeah.
It does a really good job at giving you the idea of Pokemon. And there's some spoilers, some little Easter eggs for those of you Pokemon fans that are paying attention, and how they connect the worlds together, which I thought was incredibly intelligent.
Oh yeah.
So, without further ado, where are we thinking rating-wise on this movie?
Alright, so I'm thinking because of growing up as a Pokemon fan, getting all these little things, I gotta say an 8.
Yeah.
You get what you want out of it. It's not necessarily anything like too fancy, but it's
there. It's good. It's good.
It meets expectations.
Yeah, and for the fact that he listed, and the fact that it is again one of the very few video games to break that curse of movie adaptations, I have to agree with Ransom. I'm kind of in the 8 trajectory. If I watched it again and maybe I didn't get the nostalgia of like, the first time viewing, I'd maybe be a 7. But that's like me being super critical and like not having like too many emotional reactions to it. Mm-hmm. I still think it's a great movie. It did a good job. I think I'll go with an 8 for now for me. Yeah, I'm with you. So yeah, I think ultimately this is a worthy movie to watch in theaters right now, and you should definitely go check it out at your earliest opportunity. I'm sure you will be shouting along with many 90 kids, especially if you go to the Alamo and you go watch the preview 30 minutes that they have with all of the commercials from back in the day.
Yeah.
There's a couple that I was like, oh my god, I remember that. Yeah. Cool. Well, go catch them all in theaters
catch 'em all.
right now. Yeah! We'll see you on the next review.